Welcome to the Real Crime Diary, Daily Dose of Crime. Brace yourselves for a chilling tale that will shake you to your core. What could drive a person to dismember a body and store it in a refrigerator? Today, we delve into a case that pushes the boundaries of human depravity and leaves us questioning the darkness that can lurk within. In the bustling city of Bengaluru, a horrifying discovery has sent shockwaves through the community. On a seemingly ordinary Saturday afternoon, a crime of unimaginable brutality came to light. The body of a 29-year-old woman, brutally dismembered into over 40 pieces, was found stuffed inside a refrigerator in her own home. The victim, identified as Mahalakshmi, lived in a single-bedroom house on the first floor of a 3-story building in the Mahalakshmi area. It was her sister and mother who made the gruesome discovery when they went to check on her after she hadn't answered her phone for days. Using a spare key, they entered the locked house, only to be greeted by a scene straight out of a nightmare. The floor was sticky and a foul odor permeated the air. As they approached the refrigerator, they noticed blood and other bodily fluids seeping out. What they found inside would haunt them forever. This chilling case raises numerous questions. How could such a heinous act occur in a residential area? Who could have committed this crime and why? As we delve deeper into this disturbing case, we'll uncover the events that led to this macabre discovery and the clues left behind at the scene. Behind every crime there's a story, and Mahalakshmi's story is one of shattered dreams and a life cut tragically short. At just 29 years old, this Nepalese-born woman had already experienced the highs and lows of life in India. 5 years ago, Mahalakshmi tied the knot with Hemant Das, perhaps with hopes of building a happy family. They even welcomed a daughter into their lives. But somewhere along the way, things took a turn. Earlier this year, Mahalakshmi and Hemant's marriage crumbled, leading to their estrangement. Despite the separation, Hemant would visit Mahalakshmi's single-bedroom house in Mahalakshmi every fortnight, bringing their 4-year-old daughter. These visits allowed Mahalakshmi to spend precious moments with her child, a bittersweet reminder of what could have been. Mahalakshmi had been living in this house for just 5 months, trying to rebuild her life. She worked at a popular mall, leaving home around 9:30 a.m. and returning late, often around 10:30 p.m. To her neighbors, she was a quiet presence, keeping to herself except for occasional interactions with one family living opposite her. But there was more to Mahalakshmi's life than met the eye. An unidentified man was sometimes seen dropping her off and picking her up near her house. Who was this mystery man? And what role did he play in Mahalakshmi's life? And possibly, her death. As we piece together the last days of Mahalakshmi's life, we're left with more questions than answers. What events transpired in those final moments that led to such a gruesome end? The silence from her phone since September 2nd speaks volumes, hinting at the dark turn her life had taken. Picture this, dear listeners. A single-bedroom house on the first floor of a 3-story building in Bengaluru. The door opens and immediately the senses are assaulted. A foul, overwhelming stench permeates the air. The floor, sticky with congealed blood, is crawling with maggots. But nothing could prepare investigators for what lay inside the refrigerator. As they approached the single-door 165-liter fridge, they noticed blood and other bodily fluids seeping out from its seal. Upon opening it, a scene straight out of a nightmare unfolded. The victim's body, brutally dismembered into over 40 pieces, had been meticulously arranged inside. The killer's macabre organization was evident. Legs were placed atop the refrigerator, while the remaining body parts occupied the middle shelves. The victim's head, in a final cruel touch, was positioned at the bottom of the fridge. The scene was so gruesome that even seasoned officers struggled to maintain composure. One sub-inspector was seen vomiting after examining the house. The stench was so unbearable that investigators had to wear double masks just to carry out their duties. As forensic teams arrived to collect evidence, they faced an unimaginable challenge. The floor, slick with blood, made movement treacherous. The jumble of body parts required careful examination to ensure nothing was overlooked. It was a painstaking process, made all the more difficult by the horrific nature of the crime. This wasn't just a murder scene. It was a testament to the darkest corners of human capability. A chilling reminder that sometimes the most monstrous acts occur behind closed doors, in the most ordinary of places. As the horror of this gruesome discovery sinks in, the Bengaluru police are wasting no time in launching a full-scale investigation. 3 specialized teams, each led by seasoned inspectors, have been formed to crack this baffling case. Their mission? to unravel the mystery surrounding Mahalakshmi's brutal murder. The crime scene, a veritable nightmare for even the most hardened investigators, is being meticulously combed for evidence. Forensic experts and scene-of-crime officers are working tirelessly, collecting every shred of potential evidence. From fingerprints to DNA samples, no stone is being left unturned. But the investigation doesn't stop at the four walls of that blood-soaked apartment. The police are casting a wide net, questioning neighbors and colleagues, hoping to piece together Mahalakshmi's final days. Who was the mysterious man seen dropping her off? What secrets might her call records reveal? In this digital age, technology becomes a crucial ally. CCTV footage from the area is being scrutinized, potentially holding the key to identifying the perpetrator. Meanwhile, forensic analysis of the murder weapon, believed to be a sharp object used to dismember the body, could provide vital clues. As the investigation unfolds, one question looms large. Will justice be served for Mahalakshmi? As the investigation unfolds, a mysterious figure emerges from the shadows. An unidentified man, seen occasionally picking up and dropping off Mahalakshmi near her house, has become a person of interest. Who is this enigmatic individual, and what role might he have played in her tragic fate? Neighbors report that Mahalakshmi was generally reserved, keeping to herself and interacting minimally with those around her. Yet this unknown man's presence suggests a hidden aspect of her life. Was he a friend, a lover, or someone with more sinister intentions? The police are now meticulously combing through CCTV footage and analyzing Mahalakshmi's call records, hoping to shed light on this mysterious figure and her final days. What secrets might these digital breadcrumbs reveal? Adding another layer of intrigue, Mahalakshmi's phone had been switched off since September 2nd, nearly 3 weeks before her body was discovered. This prolonged silence raises alarming questions. Was she already in danger during this time? Or did something happen on that fateful day that led to her untimely demise? As investigators piece together the puzzle of Mahalakshmi's last days, they face a complex web of potential suspects and motives. Could her estranged husband be involved, despite the apparent amicable arrangement regarding their child? Or does the answer lie with this unidentified man, possibly the last person to see her alive? The news of this horrific crime sent shockwaves through the local community. As word spread, crowds began to gather near the house, their faces a mix of horror, disbelief, and morbid curiosity. The police found themselves facing a dual challenge: investigating a complex crime scene while also managing the swelling crowd of onlookers. Residents in the area, once feeling secure in their tight-knit neighborhood, now grappled with a sense of unease. Many expressed disbelief that such a gruesome act could occur so close to home. The incident has undoubtedly shattered the community's sense of safety, leaving them questioning who they can trust. Law enforcement officials had to work diligently to preserve the integrity of the crime scene amidst the chaos. They cordoned off the area, but controlling the influx of people proved to be a formidable task. The sheer brutality of the crime seemed to draw more attention, complicating the already challenging investigation. This case has not only tested the resolve of the local police force, but has also left an indelible mark on the psyche of the community, serving as a grim reminder of the darkness that can lurk behind closed doors. As we grapple with the shocking nature of the Bengaluru case, it's disturbing to note that this isn't an isolated incident. In a chilling parallel, another gruesome crime recently came to light in Haridwar. There, a teenage girl was arrested for killing her own father and 8-year-old brother, then stuffing their chopped bodies into a refrigerator. These cases paint a troubling picture of a darker side of humanity. What drives individuals, even young ones, to commit such horrific acts against their own family members? It's a question that haunts investigators and psychologists alike. As these cases unfold, we're left to wonder, is there an unsettling trend emerging? Or are these isolated incidents of extreme violence? As we come to the end of today's episode, let's take a moment to reflect on the chilling details we've uncovered. The gruesome discovery in Bengaluru of Mahalakshmi's body, chopped into over 40 pieces and stored in a refrigerator, serves as a stark reminder of the dark depths of human nature. We've explored the victim's background, the grisly crime scene, and the ongoing investigation. The unidentified man seen with Mahalakshmi remains a person of interest, leaving us with more questions than answers. But beyond the facts of this case, we're left grappling with deeper, more disturbing questions. What drives a person to commit such a heinous act? Is it a moment of uncontrollable rage? A carefully planned act of revenge, or something even more sinister? And perhaps more importantly, how can we as a society work to prevent such tragedies? Are there warning signs we're missing? Support systems that need strengthening? As you go about your day, I invite you to ponder these questions. Because understanding and preventing such crimes isn't just the job of law enforcement, it's a responsibility we all share. Until next time, stay safe and stay vigilant. This is MHB, signing off from The Real Crime Diary.